You've heard their calls, but what are they saying? A territorial male screeching at midnight, a pair of owls dueling with eerie whistles. Stay to the end because we'll decode the secret language of the eastern screech owl. Number 1. The midnight duels of owls are a nightly spectacle in your yard, where eastern screech owls stake their claim with a symphony of calls. These owls don't just hoot, they perform elaborate vocal duels, each call a sharp declaration of territory. Think of it like a bird version of a rap battle, where each owl's voice is a unique rhythm. The Cornell Lab of Ornithology notes that these owls can produce up to 10 distinct vocalizations, making their calls a complex language. What this means for you is that if you hear this battle in your backyard, you're in the presence of a living, breathing territorial drama. These duels are more than noise, they are the heartbeat of the night. In the dead of night, when the world falls silent, your yard becomes a stage for these owls' intense performances. A male eastern screech owl may call up to 15 times per minute during mating season, as noted by a 2019 study in the Journal of Ornithology. These calls are not random, they are a carefully orchestrated sequence of sounds, each one more resonant than the last. You might hear a sudden burst of hoots, a low rumble, or a sharp whistle that echoes through the trees. Each sound serves a purpose, from warning rivals to attracting mates. These duels are not only a sign of strength, but also attracting mates. These duels are not only a sign of strength, but also intense performances. The range of these calls is remarkable, up to 2 miles away, and the duels are most common between 8 p.m. and 1 a.m. This is when the forest seems to hold its breath, waiting for the next exchange. You might find yourself listening, enchanted, as if you've stumbled upon a secret known only to the night. These duels are not just about claiming space, they're about asserting identity and dominance in a world where visibility is low but sound is everything. What you're hearing is more than a territorial fight. It's a reminder of the wild, untamed life just beyond your window. And as one owl falls silent, another rises, setting the stage for the next duel. What will you hear tomorrow night? Number 2. The language of love is hidden in the quietest of calls. In the heart of your yard, the eastern screech owl may be singing a love song only your partner can hear. This soft whoo is more than a sound. It's a private dialogue, a way for mated pairs to stay connected. These owls form lifelong bonds, as noted by the National Audubon Society, and this call is their way of reinforcing that connection. You might never hear it, but it's happening just beyond your window, in the stillness of twilight. What this means for you is that love in the wild isn't always loud or showy. It's often subtle and deeply personal. Imagine your backyard as a stage where the eastern screech owl performs a love ballad only for its mate. The soft wha call is a signal of safety, a promise of partnership, and a way to coordinate nesting duties. This call is rarely heard by humans, but when it is, it's often during the nesting season, within 50 feet of the nest, as noted in a 2017 study by the University of Washington. These owls are not just sharing a sound, they are sharing a bond that can last a lifetime. The call becomes a silent vow, a reminder that love is not always loud. In your yard, such moments are happening right now, unnoticed but powerful. This soft woo is a language only the right partner understands, a secret shared between two owls who have chosen each other. It's a call that can be heard in the quiet hours of the evening when the world is still and your yard feels like its own little universe. These owls are using this sound not just to bond, but to protect their nest and their future together. What's happening in your yard may be more profound than you realize. Love is speaking in whispers. And just beyond this moment, there are other secrets waiting to be discovered, other calls that tell different stories. Number 3. The call of hunger. In your yard, when the sun dips low and the world quiets, a unique sound may begin to echo through the trees. Eastern screech owls, silent during the day, become vocal at night, using short, rhythmic calls that sound like a staccato of whispers. These are not random sounds, they are a language of survival. Between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m., when the owls are most active, these calls often signal more than just hunger. They can be a way for mates to coordinate a hunt. This behavior is a fascinating glimpse into how nature uses sound as a tool for cooperation and survival. What this means for you is that if you listen closely, you might hear a hidden conversation taking place in your own backyard. These rapid, short calls are more than just a sound. They are a map being drawn in the dark. A 2020 study published in PNAS revealed that these vocalizations can guide a mate directly to the location of prey, making their hunting efforts more efficient. Imagine your yard at night, where a hidden mouse moves through the underbrush. Suddenly, a quick sequence of calls from a nearby owl could mean the difference between life and death for that small creature. This kind of communication is not limited to just one owl. It's a shared language between pairs, reinforcing their bond as they work together. These calls are like breadcrumbs in the dark, leading each other to meals and ensuring both survive the night. It's a reminder that even in the quietest hours, your yard is alive with silent strategies. What makes this behavior even more remarkable is its precision. The calls are not random or chaotic. They are purposeful, timed, and specific. In the span of just a few seconds, an owl can convey complex information about prey movement, distance, and even direction. This kind of teamwork is rarely seen in the animal kingdom and shows a level of intelligence that is often overlooked. If you stay up late and listen closely, you might catch these calls yourself, becoming part of this hidden world of communication. What you hear is not just a sound, but a story of survival, partnership, and adaptation. And as the night deepens, there are still more secrets your yard has to share, secrets that unfold with every call, every movement, and every moment of stillness. Number 4. The alarm signal. Imagine a sudden, sharp shriek slicing through the calm of your yard. This is not just a random noise, it's a distress call from a bird, often the eastern screech-owl, signaling danger. When a predator like a hawk or fox approaches, the owl emits this call to alert others nearby. It's a survival strategy, one that has evolved to protect not only the caller but also the young in the nest. This call is usually heard within 100 feet of the threat, as noted in a 2018 study by the Audubon Society. What this means for you is that this sound is a natural part of the bird world, and you might be witnessing a moment of tension and coordination in your own backyard. The shriek's call is more than just a warning. It's a language that spans the entire ecosystem. Eastern screech-owls use this vocalization not only to deter predators, but also to inform their young of imminent threats. This call is especially powerful when it comes from a parent owl, as it can signal to the nestlings to stay hidden or remain still. The precision of this communication is remarkable, as the owls are able to gauge the distance and type of threat before reacting. In your yard, hearing this call might mean that a predator is moving through the area, or that the owls are simply practicing their alert system. It's a reminder of the complex relationships that exist even in the most familiar of spaces. What makes this alarm signal so effective is its speed and clarity. It's a sound that carries through dense foliage and open spaces alike, ensuring that all nearby birds have a chance to respond. The eastern screech-owl's shree is not only a warning but a call to action, urging others in the area to be on high alert. You might not notice the predator, but the birds do. This is a silent dance of survival that plays out every day in yards across the country. And if you're listening closely, you might start to recognize the patterns in these calls. What's next in this intricate world of bird communication? Stay tuned for the next layer of the story. Number 5. The call of the young. This is the moment when owl chicks take center stage in the family drama. As night falls, their voices pierce the quiet, a high-pitched symphony begging for food and attention. These chirps are more than just noise. They're a language, a way for the young owls to let their parents know they're hungry, safe, and waiting. Each call is a signal, a beacon in the dark, guiding the parent owls back to the nest with precision. It's a survival strategy honed over generations, ensuring the young are fed and protected. What this means for you is that if you're ever lucky enough to hear these calls in your yard, you're witnessing a crucial part of owl life. These calls are not random. They follow a pattern, a rhythm that signals not just hunger, but also the location of the chick within the nest. Between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., the air is filled with these urgent musical chirps, each one a tiny heartbeat of the owl family. A 2021 study in the Journal of Avian Biology revealed that young owls can use up to 5 different vocalizations, each with its own purpose and tone. Some are sharp and insistent, while others are softer, almost whimpers of reassurance. This complex language allows the parent owls to identify which chick needs food first and which is already content. It's a delicate dance of sound and survival playing out every night in the wild. The variety of calls is a testament to the sophistication of owl communication, a world hidden in the shadows of your yard. Each chirp carries a story, a message that's critical to the survival of the young. These calls are not just for the owls, but for the ecosystem, influencing the behavior of other nocturnal creatures that listen closely. As you sit quietly in your backyard, you might catch a glimpse or a sound of this hidden language. What comes next is the fascinating story of how owl parents respond to these calls, and how they balance the demands of their young with the challenges of their young, with the challenges of their young, with the challenges of the night. Stay tuned. Number 6. The silence of the night. This is a language all its own. In your yard, the absence of sound can be just as telling as the loudest call. Eastern screech-owls, for example, may fall completely silent during the night, not out of fear, but as part of a calculated strategy. This behavior is especially common when they're hunting or when they feel threatened. It's a quiet moment of control, a moment where the owl decides when to reveal itself. What this means for you is that silence isn't emptiness. It's a powerful signal in the Adian world. Imagine this. You're out in your yard, and all is quiet. No calls, no rustling, just an eerie stillness. This is a time when the eastern screech owl is not just hiding, it's actively using silence to avoid being detected. A 2019 study by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology found that this strategy is part of their survival toolkit, a way to remain unseen in the dark. The owl's silence is deliberate, a calculated move that can last for minutes or even hours. It's a reminder that in your yard, the most elusive creatures are often the most clever. Their silence is not passive. It is a language of survival. During nesting season, the silence becomes even more intentional. Parents guard their young with unspoken vigilance, using silence as a shield against predators. In your yard, these moments of stillness are not just pauses, they are acts of protection. The owl is watching, waiting, and listening for any sign of danger. It's a reminder that the night is not empty, it's filled with unseen choices and silent strength. What this means for you is that there's more to the quiet than meets the eye. And just beyond this silence, the next secret of the night is waiting to be uncovered. As the owl's call lingers in the air, you feel a quiet connection to something ancient, something that has watched over this land for centuries. It is a reminder that you are not alone, that the world is full of voices waiting to be heard. In that moment, you understand that the owl is not just a creature of the night. It is a guardian, a storyteller, a bridge between you and the wild. You feel the weight of the world and the lightness of being part of it. You are no longer just a visitor in this backyard. You are home. You close your eyes and listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart. In that stillness, you feel the heartbeat of the earth, the pulse of life that flows through every leaf, every feather, every shadow. You are reminded that science may explain the owl's call, but it cannot explain the way it touches your soul. There is a sacredness in this moment, a truth that lies beyond words. You are part of something greater, and in that realization, you find peace. What's the most mysterious sound you've ever heard from your backyard birds at night? Share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share it with other bird lovers. I'll see you in the next one.